touching and crushing. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta doing this thing, bringing you that street geek and nerd soul. And what is up? I am here with my girl Lisa.
Hey.
Today we are going to be reviewing the movie Gleason by Amazon Studios. Gleason follows the story of Steve Gleason, who played for the New Orleans Saints and was diagnosed with ALS. And it chronicles his battle with ALS from the time he was diagnosed up until, I believe, his son's 4th or 5th birthday. Now, Lisa, what's your score for this?
I usually don't believe in giving perfect scores, but I'm tempted to give this a 5.
I'm giving it a 5. This is a 5 out of 5 stars for me. This is what a documentary should be. I feel that this documentary shows all sides. It shows the good, it shows the bad, it shows the ugly of what these people are going through. You know, his whole family, him, his wife, his father, and her father as well. But if you could, just give me some of your first reactions from this film, Lisa.
I'm gonna be honest. I was sitting there watching, going, I can't believe that they're actually showing all of this. It was just so much of it was so crushing and so heartbreaking and so real. They showed such very important moments. You know, they didn't gloss over, oh, well, he's sick and he has a hard time dealing with it next. It was, no, we're going to show you details of what he goes through, from the emotions of his wife having to be caretaker of him and her son at the same time, you know, to him clearly being concerned about her health, and then him being concerned about being able to spend time with his son as best he could, to him being concerned about how she feels about him, to him being concerned about how his father feels about him, to him being concerned about his faith. I love the way they touched on all of these different threads, you know, that go into this, and how it's so many different aspects of your life, your family's life, your friends. They even touched on, you know, his friends and how, you know, their life changed. I was amazed really by that, because they dove in. They completely dove in, and they gave it to you.
Yeah, this movie truly just gives you the full view of how a disease affects your family. And for me to recommend this, I recommend this to married couples, definitely, especially younger married couples. I also recommend this to fathers and sons. There's a lot of story in here that deals with just marriage in general. How to stay together, how to fight through things, and how it will pull at you and tear at your relationship. And it is just an amazing example of what real life does in relationships sometimes. And it shows that, you know, even, you know, when it says to death do us part, you know, everybody wants to get married. You know, when it says to death do us part, this is what when they say, you know, for the good times, better for worse, the good times, the bad times, you know, these are some of the bad times.
These are some of the worst. For better or for worse, yes. I would have to say this was the worst. And I commend his wife. I commend her. Not saying that she should get a golden trophy or anything, because in all reality, this is what a wife is supposed to do, and this is what it means, for better or for worse. But she never complained. Yeah,
Michelle, her name is Michelle. She never complained. She just was amazing to him. And she is just, man, this movie is touching. There were so many times when my throat was tight and I was ready to cry, and just looking at her and seeing him go through, you know, being a man and being able to, you know, do for yourself, walk, talk, run, pick up things, put things down, whatever you need to do at any moment's notice, and then not being able to even, you know, pick up, you know, a cup to drink on your own. It's just devastating, and you can see it in him, you can see it in her, but they stayed they stayed the course, and it means a lot. And it comes through on the film too. It's just, this is powerful. You need to see this.
Yeah.
Like, would you, like, who would you recommend it for? If not for married couples and fathers and sons, who else could you recommend this to?
I mean, this is something that everyone needs to see because everyone has someone they love.
True.
And so that applies in every situation. It could be a mother and daughter. It could be, an aunt and a niece. Whoever you are close to, you're going to be able to relate that.
Yeah.
Anybody could become a caretaker at any point,
True.
depending on the family dynamic. And anybody could require to be taken care of at any point. And you may think you know who it's going to be, and sometimes you don't know when it comes down to it. And another thing I just thought of is, to me, it's important to really take seriously when you are diagnosed with something, because if you think about it, if he hadn't taken it seriously and done his own research, he wouldn't have documented it the way he did.
Yeah.
And then a lot of that would have been lost in terms of doing that recording for his son. And really, he started off with it being for his son, but so much of that ended up being strength for him.
Yeah.
And for his wife. And so it's important, I think, also is, especially we as Christian folk, be like, the Lord's gonna heal me. He might. He can. That's the thing. He can. He might and he might not.
Yeah.
Let's be real. And in this case, that's something else he struggled with. The Lord did not heal him. He just didn't. And we can go on about that, but he didn't. But again, it's important, I think this is a testimony to how important it is you have to at least consider, this doctor may know what he's talking about. It may not be something you want to hear, but you need to consider it. You need to weigh, all the information, do your research, and, accept it and make the best of your life. And this is the best example of that. He made the best of his life. He's still living, but he's making the best of his life.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts, Lisa?
It's just a great movie. I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody go see it. Little kids, not so much. I don't know why they were in there. But it's a great movie for everyone to see. Oh, one last thing. If you're not willing to wipe your husband's butt at some point, you might want to rethink marriage. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this is definitely on point. So we just want to say, if you are looking for definitely a very, very touching, moving documentary, this is for you. And even if you're someone who just, is interested, because this reaches further than sports, this is definitely something that I think a lot of people can get something from. So you heard it from here. It's 5 stars. In LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. Chop it up with us in the comments below if you've already seen it. If you haven't yet, the second you see it, come on back. Holler at us, let us know what you thought about the film. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Bye.